street, gonna be a big man someday. You got mud on your face, a big disgrace, kicking your can all over the place, singing Gordon, Gordon, Garrick, Gordon, Gordon,
Sorry. Thank you very much, everybody. Good to see you all tonight. How are we tonight? Switch on. So I'm Gordon from Glasgow, and yeah, I've been living in London for a number of years, yeah, I'm a sober Glaswegian, so I don't drink. Yeah, and English people are often vexed by that. So they'll be like, Gordon, how comes you don't drink? You know, I have to tell them that my drinking was so bad that even the Glaswegian alcoholics were like, get him the fuck out of here. You know, they'd have lock-ins and they'd fucking lock me out. You might also notice about me, I don't have a strong Glaswegian accent. And that's because I'm a posh Glaswegian. But let me paint a picture for you. Being a posh Glaswegian is a little bit like being the tallest dwarf. The upper middle class will always just be out of reach. But I still get invited to posh events by my friends, which is nice. But I do know that they just have it in the back of their mind, is this guy going to get drunk and headbutt somebody? Yeah. But growing up in a posh neighbourhood in Glasgow, the living was plentiful. So I had the £16 bottle of vodka, not the £8 bottle of vodka. I was rocking my Smirnoff, while everyone else was mooching around with Lidl's own brand Rachmaninoff. And yeah, for that extra £8, I could really get a better brand of regret the next morning. But it's not all glitz and glamour up in Glasgow. Glasgow at one point was the murder capital of Europe. And then we left Europe. And I did some research on this, and a large number of the murders in Glasgow come from an area called Govan. Now, Govan to Glasgow is like what Croydon is to London. It's a dark, dark place. And I found a Reddit comment which summed up Govan beautifully. It said, Govan is an unmitigated shithole, and no amount of downvoting is going to change my mind. And that comment had over 200 upvotes. But if you don't know what Reddit is, congratulations on losing your virginity. But my family has roots in Govan, so my uncle owns a factory there. And when I was a teenager, I got a summer job there painting the walls, which is a very safe thing for a 15-year-old to be doing. But I was paired up with a veteran employee named Wee Malk. And for you English people, that's Little Malcolm. And Wee Malk was a tough guy. You know, he could bench press a fucking bus. The sort of guy that would headbutt you to say hello. We worked together all summer, and we had a lot of differences in opinion, so mainly around literature. So I could read, he couldn't. But one morning he came into the changing rooms to find me reading, and he looked at the book and he looked at me and he goes, "Are you a fucking booth or something?" And just, you know, for you English people, that's him questioning my sexuality. And all I was trying to do was read a bit of Dostoevsky before my shift started. And it turns out that's a bigger crime in Govan than shoplifting. But yeah, that was always me in the workplace, never really fitting in or getting on with people, especially in my drinking days. And when I first moved to London, you know, I was chasing the big career in finance back in 2008. And I got my first job, I was so proud. Only lasted 1 week. And what happened was, I started on the Monday, and then I went out with colleagues on the Friday night, and I ended up in a strip club, and with the corporate issued Amex, I spent £3,000 on lap dances and champagne. Thank you. At least someone appreciates it, Mum and Dad. But in the meeting with HR the following week, I thought I could save my job by telling them that I didn't actually drink any of the champagne. I just sprayed it all over the strippers. Thank you very much, everybody. It's been a great